Hello everybody. Good evening and welcome back. Welcome to Golden Mountain, Golden Meadow. So as you see on the screen that we are going to study Unit 11, Grade 10, Unit 11, Expressing Preferences. Alright, let's deal with it. I think this is the first time that I'm streaming with the file that I'm reading along, so that you can also read together with me, and you can also understand what we are actually reading. Okay, let's begin. I remember a short story, a very short story of a fox and grapes, and everybody knows about this particular story. Let's go a little bit in depth about this story. A very simple story. You see a fox, very famished, very hungry, and looking for something to eat, and wandering all the way from forest, all the way from the meadows, all the way from the caves and from the isolated lands, and the fox could not find anything until it came to a vineyard which was uh, a bit beautiful, and they looked attractive, and they looked quite ripe as well. If he could eat the grapes, then he would satisfy his hunger, his quench his thirst, and it would be relaxing. It would be like the entire day's hard work, and you get yeah, something to eat, hand to mouth, basic need that you get. So what frog, where is frog? What the fox started doing is it wanted to pick the grapes that were on the fences or above it's out of its reach. Means it swung in such a height that it could hardly just get it by jumping or by stretching its body. So it was really difficult for it to get it. So what it did, it started thinking that it would be quite easier to jump and then pick it up and then gobble them in the mouth. So he did the same. He sprung down and bounced against his body and sprung up so that he could reach to the grapes. None of the grape was in his reach. So he could not pick even one single grape. So he was frustrated. Again he thought of trying second time. Then this time he went a little bit distance so that he could jump a bit higher. So he also bounced back and took a position so that he could use extra force on the ground and then jump higher to fetch or to get the grape. So jumped high as far as it could, but all in vain, and it smashed. His body was smashed on the floor. He was not able to stand properly. So that was his second attempt. Now it also thought that since it's hungry, it could not find any food, it has to get it anyhow. So this time he just went back backward, a little bit farther, farther than the previous distance. So it made a long leap and jump higher. It was about to touch the grape, right? But he could not grab a single grain of a single grape. So what happened at last? He was banged enough in such a force that his head hit against his own knees, and the knees also like smashed on his head, and it was like a fainting situation. So finally what he decided was the grapes are sour. So basically when you don't get the things that you want, or when you are not able to display the skill that you think it's easier, and you simply escape with the excuse that the grapes are sour. Okay, a similar thing is done by the carpenter. Carpenter scolds his tools when he is not able to use his skills properly. Then he starts scolding that it's blunt, it's damaged, useless. This is how he reacts. So good evening everybody, wonderful to see you back again. and I find everybody is already saying hi, hi, and hi. Okay, so okay, everybody. I hope everybody has already eaten what you're supposed to be eating, right? So let's go ahead further in our reading part. Okay, first part, as you've seen that it's a reading part, a reading section in unit 11, expressing your preferences. Now when we say preferences, that comes from the word prefer. So A says, engage yourself, look at the pictures below and guess the answers of the following questions. So looking at the pictures, you can see two different type of varieties of cars, right? A large jeep and a small nano type of car, and a man is standing out and gazing at the the vehicle or the scenery at the back, and there is another woman sitting in the backward, and nobody seems to be there in a driver's seat. Probably the man himself is in the driver's seat, and comparatively this quite expensive car, and the another one is cheaper. So number A says, who are these people? Who knows? They must be travelers. I don't think they are the business people to discuss about the delegates in the middle of the road somewhere in a highway in an isolated jungle in a year in a humid place. Yes, number B. What is the man doing? Obviously, he's just standing and gazing upon something. Probably the car. Maybe he liked the small nano car compared to his own big car. Now number C says, why are they there? Why are they there? They must be in a long journey. They must be in a travel. They had tired. Maybe he was feeling quite dizzy as well as feeling sleepy while driving a lot. So he thought of taking a fresh air, and inside obviously he has got air condition. Maybe that also tried to make him sleepy. So he felt that's good to come and enjoy nature. Okay, it's on study time now. Base section B. Read the story. Parents taken from Vishnu S. Rai's Martyr and Other Stories. So this book, Parents. The book Martyrs and Other Stories contained a lesson called Parents, written by Vishnu S. Rai. Parents is the title. Dad, I'm going to meet my email friend. Oh, email friend this time, the latest trend of making friends. Email friend. When I asked, now, I'm going with you. No, I'm going alone. Look, Anuja, you're obsessed, Dad. Nothing is going to happen to me. Anuja, my daughter is only 13. She spends most of her time on computer chatting with her friends and sending emails. She has many e-friends. A couple of days ago, she told me about her new friend. She's 12 and Anuja is very fond of her, and now she's going to meet her. I wonder about bad people who fake themselves as teenagers, chat with girls like her, and seek opportunity to take advantages of innocent girls. Be careful, girls. But she doesn't listen to me. She thinks I am an old man who is overprotective of his daughter, a man who sees ghosts in every dark corner. Okay, this is the comments of a new generation. Look, honey, I'm not saying you can't meet your friend. All I'm saying is let me come with you. I will not out of the car. First, and if I see a girl of 12 waiting, I'll do something with window shopping, okay? Just observe here and there. And you can go and meet her. But if there is no girl, we will wait for 10 minutes and then come back, okay? This is ridiculous, she stamped her feet. Why? Is it because I'm 60 years old? Or is it because I have a big belly? Or because there are no hair on my hair that you are ashamed of going out with me? I tried to joke. Oh, Dad, you're impossible. You look like a boy in your new outfit. On the way, I commented on her dress. Dad, I think I must tell you something. I'm listening. I'm not a girl. I'm not a girl of the girl. The friend I'm going to meet. You lost me. Sorry. What I want to tell you is that I chatted with her as a boy. You mean you pretended to be a boy to the girl? I stared at her and the car swerved a little, which I controlled. Yes, she knows me as a boy. God! I tried to digest this new information. When we reached the place, I got out of the car and walked around. There was no girl in sight. Some 100 meters away, a car with dark windows was parked on the other side of the road, on the nearby playground. Some boys were playing cricket and a couple of cows were munching dried hay. I looked at my watch and started pacing up and down the road. I looked at the car and started walking again. The car started and sped away. I again consulted my watch. 10 minutes up. No sign of any girl. I walked to my car, got into it and said, "You see, I was right. There's no one here. The girl you chatted on the internet must have been a fake." Well, this is what happens in our real life. Somebody spams on somebody and another spams on another one. Now I come to conclude that most of the people in this generation are the spammers. They don't actually, no, they don't actually are true. They're all fake. If I am not wrong, I said most of them. New generation, so-called new generation, be careful about that. Now continuing our reading. Next day at lunchtime, I retold the whole event to my colleague Dhurva. "So, you think that some bad guy was trying to approach your daughter?" He smiled. "Why are you laughing? Let me tell you why the girlfriend of your daughter didn't appear at the meeting place. It was because her mother came with her in a car before you reached there. The mother was watching if there was really a boy of 13, but all she could see was an old man with a big stomach and a bald head lurking around the meeting place. So she didn't let her daughter get out of her car. She just drove the car back home." You mean she saw me?" And I stammered. "Yes, she saw you. Do you know what she said about you?" He laughed. "She said that she was a lecherous old man. She saw a lecherous old man with an evil leer on his face." Interesting situation is also like that. Okay, moving on to the vocabulary sections in use, and first part, the Roman 1, we have supplied the correct verb from the box below after each definition. Now I do not have to tell that. We have a box with lots of words, and they are obsessed, window shopping, ridiculous, stomach, served, lurking, stammered, evil, and you need to fill them up in the blanks that's given. A, preoccupied or filled the mind of someone continually and to a troubling extent. Preoccupied or filled the mind of someone continually, right, and to troubling event. So that is the meaning, and you have to plot one of these here. And number B, the activity of looking at goods displayed in shop windows, especially without intending to buy anything, just observing, just something like that. The window shopping and windows specially matching. Number C, very silly or unreasonable. Very silly or unreasonable. Is it lurking? Is it ridiculous? It is evil. I think it must be ridiculous. A large belly. A large belly. It must be stomach. Changed or caused to change direction abruptly. Swerved. There is no other word that is changing direction or abruptly. Number F, hiding as so as to wait in ambush for someone or something. Hiding, lurking, ing form we have. Okay, then we go in number Z, having or showing offensive desire. Offensive desire means evil or okay. And then we have last one, spoke with sudden involuntarily, pauses, repeating the initial letter of the words. Stammered. Okay, got all the words right, but one, obsessed, the activity of looking at someone displayed in shop. No, this is none. Preoccupied or filled in the mind of someone. This is obsessed. Okay, let's go forward to next page 122, and the second part is reading comprehension. We have some kind of Okay, fill in the blanks type, and you still have some kind of options to choose, and then you can choose one of them to plot or complete the sentence. Read the extracts given below and answer the question that follow. Oh, this is like RTC. All right, RTC. Okay, so you have kind of extract over here, and the questions are followed from this perspective itself. Number here we have who said this and to whom. Oh, I feel like I'm reading one literature book of Oxford, ORC, no? Oh, Oxford Reading Circle. Okay, I remember the book. So something like that. Who said this to whom? I'm not a girl. Girl said to the father. Okay, what does a girl refer to? The girl, not a girl. Which girl? This girl, this girl, or this girl, whichever girl. First, it girl refers to the girl that is quite quite ashamed and shy, and always stays indoors at home and cannot face the outer situation. The girl refers to that particular word. So I think what does a girl refer to? What does the girl refer to? A girl and the girl. Okay. I'm not a girl for the girl. Okay. A girl is general girl for that side nature and will always stays in the within the walls. And the girl, that particular girl. Okay, that particular. When we have to say a particular girl of that kind, then we use the article. Number B, you say, you see, I was right. There was no one here. The girl you chatted on the internet must have been a fake. So who said this? Father said to daughter. Who said this and whom? What does you refer to? You see, you refer to obviously girl. The girl you chatted on. Okay, rich. You the daughter. What happened afterwards? Who needs what happens afterwards? Because the vehicle just drove away. There's nothing more. And number C, you mean you saw me and okay. So the question that follows with that particular statement, who said this and to whom? So you mean she saw me, and then the father said to his friend colleague Dhruba. Okay, what does the speaker try to say? If I try to answer all these questions, taking a lot of time, let's go on to the reading part itself. So answer the questions all by yourself. Read the story and answer the following questions we have. Where is Anuja going? Number B, what was her father's suggestion? Why did Anuja tell her secret to her father? Why? What did her father notice on the other side of the road? Did Anuja meet her friend? Why not? How did her father feel at the end? Who do you think is cleverer, Anuja's father or the mother of Anuja's friend? Write down the major traits of Anuja's father. Do you think Anuja's father was caring? Why? Why not give reasons? My mind is still cut within this particular question. Who do you think is clever? How protective the father and mother in this case? Both are protecting their own children. Both are girls. Then the parents are giving much more priority to the girls and trying to protect them a lot, and that's obvious. That's very good because the situation outside is quite terrible. Killing, raping, murdering, and kidnapping, these have been normal lifestyles of this 21st century generation. Acid throwing on the faces, my goodness, how dare they could do that? How dare they don't love each other? Who when people do not have the culture, the culture of their own, like within the religion that they lie with, the be it Christianity, be it Hindu, be it Muslim. I don't think any of these religions would teach that somebody has to throw a seed on somebody or kill someone in the name of being a girl. Oh, this is quite disparity. Okay, discrimination away on at this point. I'm not giving any comments on it. Number 8, write down the major traits of Anuja's father. Do you think Anuja's father is caring? So, okay, let's go into the third third question. Read the story again and rearrange the events in order in which they happen. So you have a collection of events, sentences that's given from A to H. You just have to arrange them. Which comes first, which comes second, which comes third, and you can mention always answer the correct order of the event, or the correct order, the correct events according to the story is blah blah blah, but you should not be changing the number that's assigned to each of the question. Okay, copy them as they are. Anuja reveals his secret to her father. Anuja wants to meet her friend. Anuja's father also goes with her. Her friend did not turn up. Father tells his daughter not to wait her friend more than 10 minutes. They returned without meeting her friend. It was not easy to digest new information. Instead of a boy of 13, there appeared a lecherous old man. Okay, so we have number C, follow-up activities. Complete the following diagram with adjectives that describe Anuja. Adjectives, describing word. Now write a paragraph describing Anuja in about 50 words. Use the adjectives that best describe a character. So even if you use the words like honest, trustworthy, beautiful, attractive, spamming, and new generation girl, or the strong and gut, or strong-headed girl, or this and that, you have so many adjectives to fill up, and when you make sentences out of them, you will be able to make within 5 sentences, make 50 words, I guess. If you make 8 words in a sentence, if you make 7 words in a line, the number of lines that you count, 10 lines is going to be 70, so you're going to make about 8 lines. Okay, it is a 50, okay, it's a okay. So we'll go into the second part that we have here. Within that, when you become a parent, how do you make sure that your child is not in a danger? What are the possible reasons that you can make in that situation? At this point, I would like to go back to you, to the people who are actually watching this video, whoever are trying to spam on this chat box and making it all filthy and dirty. When these children, or the people that are you people, whoever are there, are commenting on that, and the video would be seen in the future, and they know that it's you, and you are going to be father or mother in a long run. That time, I know what they feel about it. They feel very pathetic about it. They feel very, very sad about you. Okay, let me see who has written what. Any spamming all around. Anuja, Lolo, hello sir, Ranger, Salty, I know you. Arre beta, MJ Kardi. What is it? MJ Kardi, beta. My grandfather father is already gone to hello heaven. I do not know, but the spammers over here who are actually who are actually commenting on this are really making it filthy, really, really dirty. I don't think anybody would like to come and join this, right? Nobody wants to, because it's a reading section. It's all educative, and everybody will see in the future as well. Everyone in the future, anyone who just clicks my channel and goes through all these, and obviously these all what happens, it is like us. It's like trying to smell the dirt on the middle of the road when we know that's quite dirty. Alright, how are you? I'm fine, I'm very good, Ranger Salty. Anuja Love. Who is Anuja Love? Anuja. So ke khanu ho dinner? Piyush, yes I did. I already had, and trying to stream using the book that I'm reading, just to make sure that everybody can see them. And I think the video quality is not good. I don't know what looks like it's the first stream. If it doesn't work properly, I'm not gonna do the same. I can just do the way that I used to do. Okay, masu bhat khanu bhayo. Masu bhat. What day is it? Sunday, Saturday? Masu bhat. Okay, it's not on schedule today. It's farsi bhat. Okay, farsi bhat will be better. That would be better, because it's warmer days and we need to have cooler things. Okay, so then we go back to the grammar section. That grammar section is still waiting for us. I know it's still waiting for us to read, and the reading goes like this. Engage yourself. I think this streaming is giving an odd man out. I mean, Piyush, what happens is, like, I have been speaking one thing. Probably the sound travels faster than light. No, light travels faster than sound. The screen that I shared might have reached earlier. Then the sound is coming quite late. And when I point my cursor on somewhere, and what I'm reading might be different. So if it happens, I'm quite sorry. Next day onwards, I'll just not share the screen that's given over here. Anyways, let's continue with the grammar section. Engage yourself as we are reading expressing preferences. So we give preferences to somebody. So we have certain words like, dislikes, prefer, loathe, hate. These type of words that makes you, positive as well as negative about something or somebody or some place as well. Let's go into this. Engage yourself. Read the following conversation and find out what the speakers prefer. Like, dislike, prefer, etc. Other words that express preference. Number A. What do you like to do in your free time? Number B. Speaker B, you can say, I like reading novels. What do you prefer? I like reading novels too. I'll be reading novels after I complete these. Reading class 10's book and 11 and 12 as well. Number A. I dislike reading long stories, but I prefer watching movies. The best stories of novel are featured in films. Okay, that's it. B says, I agree, but don't you think regarding books enhances your writing skill? I'm gonna say first one speaks. Of course, our English teacher also told me to read books to enrich my vocabulary. That's why I'm reading as well, making everyone read along with it. Then second person says, but sometimes I enjoy reading short stories about science. Science fiction is my favorite. First person again speaks. It means you prefer science fiction. Oh yeah, they are really fascinating. Have you read Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley's Frankenstein? Oh yes, so deadly. The false creature of okay, let's say, what is that? Sci-fi, science fiction. Science, the concept is used to make the dead body, dead body like living like us, but the difference is that the entire body has been stitched and then stapled and then glued, and then the body is reformed when the soul, the speaking words and all things are kept in it. Wanted to look for a master, which the scientist who made Frankenstein, who revived Frankenstein, would not tolerate, and became quite scared of the invention itself, Frankenstein. So having no master at all, it simply went on rambling all the places searching for someone to love Frankenstein, but his face was quite ghastly. Every part of the body had been decayed, and it was taken from a graveyard and assembled together to become a person. So nobody loved him. That's why when he was looking for love from some people, everybody hated him. Everybody threw stones at him. He had to hide and run away. So he simply took lives of people around, right, by knowing or without knowing, by trying to make love onto somebody and dipping somebody into the water as a child's play, and the child also gets died. So many of the inventors, the scientists' relatives, are also killed. Finally, the scientist wants to kill Frankenstein, and Frankenstein keeps running from North Europe to the South Europe and the Black Sea, and that goes up even to the Alaska and all that. There they have a final scenario. Oh, but this person says no. Yeah, you'll enjoy reading about a scientist who created life and was horrified by what he had made, so he had to run away. Okay, number B, time for grammar again. Make as many sentences as possible from the table below. So it's also quite interesting for you to make sentences. Purna Lakshmi would like to. After 2, we have a okay. Apply for the vacant post. Purna Lakshmi prefers being dependent, prefers being earning little money, prefers working with educated family, prefers spending time with kids. They are all suitable. Purna Lakshmi doesn't like being dependent, doesn't like earning little money, doesn't like working with educated family. All these match. Enjoys all that. Likes also almost everyone except this one. This is only suitable for Purna Lakshmi would like to, because of the word to. like to, then it takes, oh no, main verb, that is apply. So go to the number 2. Write a couple of paragraphs about your likes and dislikes. Write them. Express your feelings. Express your preferences. That's why you write. Otherwise, you think and you forget. And what you do is just spam on somebody's comments and all that. Okay, we have a kind of summary of it, and then we have a kind of story, and then you have to use articles o and then da. Once there lived an emperor who was very fond of wearing a new shoes. He had a set of new shoes for every hour. He used to go riding on his horse merely to show off his shoes. He told all, "I think the best way the man can spend money is by buying shoes." People used to think him to be a bit really ridiculous. The best way a man can spend money is buying shoes. Okay. One day he wished to get the most significant shoes with a remarkable quality. People had never heard of such a thing before. He called a cobbler and gave a large sum of gold coins from the royal treasury to buy the finest materials. A few days passed. The cobbler did not turn up. Then he sent the prime minister to examine the progress. After an hour, the prime minister came with an empty hand. The poor emperor could not believe that he had such a liar in his kingdom. Oh my goodness. This is again quite frustrating story. Why it's in class 10? Should be somewhere in class 2, class 3, class 4, class 7, class 8, or in the midst of some dirty fellows. Okay, let's go with your number C, follow-up activity. Write a description of your class in about 100 words. You can describe your class. Listening part we are not doing, as we do not have listening text, but we are going to do with the speaking part. Engage yourself. Look at the pictures below and examine what different people say. I prefer to be a doctor to a nurse. So 2 is very suitable. That is distinguishing the first noun to the other one, and so the most priority is given to the first subject than the second one. So the person I wants to be a doctor rather than being a nurse, so first priority is doctor. So I load driving. Load is hate. I load driving. I would rather go for swimming. So I would rather go for swimming. First priority is for swimming rather than driving. You choose pilot. I would rather choose business person. So businessman, he wants to be businessman, he doesn't want to be pilot. I like nursing better than tourism. So if the comparison is there, so nursing is the first priority compared to tourism. Here first priority was doctor compared to nurse. Then I dislike business, but I like politics. So if you had to choose again between business and the politics, then you would choose politics. His first priority is politics. Then this person finally says, I would like to be an engineer but dislike to be a pilot. So he doesn't want to be a pilot but wants to be an engineer. Okay, these are how the conversation of preferences are made. Time for speaking for everybody. Work in a pair. Ask and answer question, taking turns using the clues given in the box. Example 1, cold drinks, coffee. A, do you like cold drinks? B, yes, but I prefer coffee to cold drinks. So the person wants coffee, not cold drinks. Example, cricket, basketball. We have 2 options. Do you like playing cricket? Sure, but I can play basketball better than cricket. So the better option for him is basketball. Similarly, you can make the sentences, a conversation like this for city, country, vegetarian dishes, non-vegetarian dishes, motorbike, car, English movies, Nepali movies, reading books, sightseeing, homeopathy, allopathy. So you can make sentences with the preferences. Second, we work in a group. Take it in turns to tell how you feel about different sorts of people. Example, a farmer. First person speaks, I like harvesting better than planting. B says, I don't mind helping my fellow farmers in need. C says, I don't like being cheated by the fake businessmen. D says, I prefer terrace farming to lowlands. E says, I don't approve of using wrong pesticides. F says, I like being praised by people. So you can also make similar sentences for teacher, scientist, writer, journalist, a politician, a businesswoman, a vendor, a dishwasher, a sweeper, a typist, a driver, a head teacher, a traffic police officer. So make sentences like that. And number C, we have the follow-up activity. Work in a pair. You and your partner take it in turns to play. Show your preference to your favorite pastime activity by responding to each clue. Note down that your partner tells about him or her. Then compare it with your partner and find the similarities and differences. You may begin like this. I love traveling in long holidays. I'm crazy about taking pictures of beautiful landscapes. So we have some words in the box. It's very quick, easy. So you can go around and then go down and then make begin like this. I love traveling in long holidays. I'm crazy about taking pictures of beautiful landscapes. So love, crazy about, now can't stand, don't mind, just can't see, like, better than, hate, people, fun of, etc. You can you can make further sentences. Writing. Furthermore, writing, we have A. Before you write, read the following curriculum vitae, CV. Curriculum vitae is what we are talking about. So you have certain things to remember. Personal information, education qualifications. So this is also suitable for class 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same CV you have to write. Even after you finish your study, also still you need to make your own CV of your own life, of your own personal information, of your own education and training and all that, and awards and publications and references. So here a sample is given of personal information about Deepa Tiwari, address Bhatte Dada to Lalitpur, telephone number 0155272803, mobile number 977 9541652876, email luckydeepu@gmail.com. Probably you may not find this address, or maybe you can. Education and qualifications. So his education and qualification 2015 to present, he has been studying from this year to this year. Master's degree in English education, Trivandrum University, Kathmandu, expected 2017. So his expectation is that he would complete master's degree in 2017, and he did bachelor's degree in English education, Trivandrum University, Kathmandu, there itself, starting from the year 2012, 2013, 2014, 12, 13, 14. I think he has a 3 years bachelor's degree. Okay, then his intermediate +2 or let's say IA or higher secondary education board. Here it is 10 +2. Intermediate in education, he did in education, higher secondary education board Bhaktapur. It's from starting from 2010 to 2011, 2 years course. And 2008 to 2009, that means you study a year and the result will be would be published next year. Okay, Chaitra's examination Asas result. So school leaving certificate is SLC. Nowadays we have SEE. Mahakali Devi Higher Secondary School, Lalitpur. Work experience is April 2016 to present. English teacher, Patan Secondary School, Patan, Lalitpur. Has been teaching English to secondary level students. June 2014, May 2015, English language instructor in Reach Your English Academic Center, Kathmandu, taught English to adult learners. And March 2011 to March 2013, English teacher, Learners Academy, Bhaktapur, taught English to basic level students. Okay, basic level students mean 1 to 5. Students, after that we have got skills, whatever he has. Language skills, Nepali, native Nepali, English near native speakers, fluency, Hindi. Okay, Hindi is also is another language. And then computer skills, good keyboard skills. What does it mean? Keyboard skills, typing. A familiarity with Word, Excel and PowerPoint. Okay, Word, Excel and PowerPoint. Okay, needs to learn PDF as well. Driving, 4-wheeler driving license. So he is a car driver. He can drive a car or taxi. Okay, so training, workshop, conference attended, that they are here in the listed format. That's also in training and workshop and conference attended. 3 to 15 February. Oh my god, so many days. 12 days, 13 days. 2015. 21st International Conference of Nepal English Language Teachers Association, NELTA. 4 to 5th October 2013. Creative Writing Conference organized by Asian English Language Teachers Creative Writing Group. Oh, I was not there. Then we have 8 to 12 April 2012 Teachers Development Professional Development Training organized by National Center for Educational Development. So he attended several trainings and conferences. His basic interests are he is dramatic guitar. He likes drama, both acting and directing, and singing. Likes singing. He's a good singer as well. Was member of University Choral Society. Oh, he was also Choral Society member. Writing children's literature. He loves creating literature, poems, stories, dramas, and different genres, horror, suspense, and etc. And then we have references. So the people that he knew or he knows are Dr. Jairaj Awasthi, Dr. Jairaj Awasthi, Professor, Trivandrum University, Kathmandu. Khadgaraj Baral, Director General, the Department of Education, Bhaktapur. Those are the references. Time for writing. The sentences given below go together to form a complete letter of application, but they are in the wrong order. Put them in the right order. Sentences are in the wrong order. Now you have to use your mind to find out which is right and which is wrong. Means this is not that one. So they are all jumbled here and there. Every sentence given over there is correct, but it's in a wrong order. Means A should be in fifth, fifth is in third. All kind of jumbled sentences are there. It's not to correct any of the sentence, but to put the first sentence in first and second sentence in second. All right, let's read. Dear sir. Moreover, on numerous occasions I have had to take the duties of librarian, since the librarian has had several prolonged bouts of illness. I therefore feel confident that I can fulfill my duties and responsibility. My duties here include the general supervision of different sections as well as looking after the periodical section. With reference to your advertisement in the News Express of 20th January, I would like to apply for the post of an assistant librarian. I have been working as an assistant librarian at my own school. I am single, 24 years of age, and I have completed my training on library management from Future Star Education Institution. If I am given the post, I can assure you that I will do my best to give you satisfaction. I have enclosed all the required testimonials along with CV with this application. Yours sincerely, Purli Waiba. Such interesting name, Purbi Waiba. Second, rewrite the sentence of exercise 1 to form the job application. Divide your writing into 3 paragraphs. You may add your own words or sentences to the application. Third, now prepare a CV for the application. A verb. Now you have to prepare your own CV for the application to be given above. Now furthermore, we have follow-up activity. Work in pair. Look at the following advertisement. We have advertisement. Which job do you prefer? Write a job application for the one of the posts you like. Compare with your partner and edit spelling, punctuation, format, and layout. Job opportunity. A well-known and highly reputed trading house in Nepal representing a multinational consumer electronics brand invites applications from eligible and dedicated candidates for the following posts. Post 1, sales representatives, number of people 3. Qualifications BBS. Experience at least 3 years. Oh. Salary 5 digits along with other facilities. 5 digits means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 rupees along with other facilities like incentives, bonuses, and extra allowances. Alright, let's go to the second post. Service technician. Number post vacant 2. Qualification 10 plus 2 in science. Training and experience, diploma in electronics, 2 years of experience. Salary is negotiable. You negotiate. Okay. Negotiate means after discussion you bargain how much you prefer and how much the company can afford you, and accordingly you come to a decisive point, and that would be your salary. Interested, competent, and skilled candidates can apply by 2nd April with a handwritten application and photocopy of credential along with the detailed CV. So why they are asking for handwritten applications? Because they want to check your handwriting and also their instant language. How is your language, whether it's copied from somebody or making somebody do your writing, right? Using using some kind of false means. So the photocopy of credentials are your certificates, right? Your proofs of your academics, and along with the detailed CV, as we have already done, CV scan copy of required documents. So you need to bring a scan copy of all these required documents of your of whichever you mention in CV, can be sent via email. So they can be sent by email. The place to be emailed is Horizontal Enterprises, post box number 1212, horizontal. Okay, horizontal. Okay. So post box number 1212, email horizon 2018 at gmail.com, Dipal Silgari Doti. Now going into project work. Collect a few job advertisements from different daily newspapers. Select any 5 advertisements and fill the table below. Now design an advertisement for the post of secondary level English teacher for your school. Alright, you have got number of columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns, and we have first serial number, second job or title or position, third number of position, required academic qualification, required experience, required skills, preference given to, vacancy announced by. So fill this. Now we go to the fun corner. Sulabh, thanks very much for your help. Tight, sir, helping and ignoring, no prob, sir, but you can surely make me a money. Okay, thank you very much for your kind help or assistance that you're seeking for. Okay, now let me read the further thing. Play the traffic light questions. Play the traffic light question game and enjoy. Play in groups of 5 to 7. Each member in a group needs to prepare 3 cards: a green, a yellow, and a red one. 6 questions each. Each member in a group needs to prepare 3 cards: a green, yellow, and red one, with 6 questions each. Each member writes 6 questions in each card that he or she wants to ask to other members in a group. The questions on the green card are easy and not personal, and the ones on the red card are more difficult and personal, and those on the yellow card are funny questions. Each member in a group throws a dice twice. The first time is to decide upon a color of the card, 1 or 2 green is called the green card, and then 3 or 4 is called the yellow card, 5 or 6 is called the red card, and the second time is to choose the question. So that is the end of our lesson. Let me talk to you all right now for a while. There's nothing to talk. I think somebody called Masu Bhat Op is giving all the words Masu, Masu, Masu. Who is vegetarian does not like that. Alright, the same person writes and nobody has anything to say other than what you are writing. Person seems to be attention seeking. Okay, I don't find anybody. Saksham says tighter. What is tight? Oh, Saksham 11. Okay, so the chat box is really unexpected. So I can't help you out. So everybody seems to be quite, taken over by the devils. Good night, Venom, Venom, Venom. Good night, good night. Anybody would be speaking for kind of thing that you need to see. I don't find anybody speaking anything. Okay. All the very best, very much best. All the very best, very best. All the very best. Okay, I don't see anybody saying anything. So I would like to take a leave now. Bye bye, everybody. Have a wonderful time. I hope everybody is reading along, so that everybody is quite conscious about what actually you're reading and what you're going to be in the future. As a parent, how protective your parents are to safeguard you from the spams, from the people who are actually fake out there. They're always coming in fake names and fake all the time. So they even speak anything they like if they are able to speak. And then uh, the people are are not actually trustworthy. It's very difficult to identify who is what, and once you identify, you always remember that these people can hurt you. They can hurt you if they can speak vulgar, if they can do spamming, or they can, or if even if they can, they can change the name, they become fake, means they're not at all trustworthy. I hope everybody would be good all the time wonderful, all the time parents fave, right? All the time, all the time, that you would be protective, and you will be protecting others as well. And it's your responsibility as a nation child that people that the world would not curse the one who's actually doing some wrong things and wrong as do something that benefits everyone. If five people are benefited, then in such circumstances, if one has to sacrifice one's feelings, one's desire, one has to. So this is what the moral for the day and the lesson for the day is. I hope everybody is remain safe and everybody is remaining happy. Bye bye everyone. For now, good night.